Man, I don't know if you've been paying attention. We back at it though. NBA world, Dallas Mavericks decided to trade AD today. Where he ended up, Washington Wizards. And I like that move for AD because he still gets to compete at a high level. People will say, Washington, how is he going to compete at a high level? Look at what they're building over there. They were just able to bring in Trae Young. They still have Alex Sarr, who's a big building block for their future. Their defensive front court is going to be crazy if AD is able to stay on the court, which is, hey, he hasn't been able to do that effectively in recent times. But say he turns things around and he's able to go to this new franchise in Washington and be on the court for them. That front court of him and Alex Sarr are going to give some problems defensively because they can switch, they can rim protect, they're mobile, they can run up and down the court. Trae Young is going to have a field day playing with those guys. Lob after lob, their ability to run the floor. Trae Young is a point guard. He's not a selfish player by any means. Yes, is he going to get them up? But if you're open, he will get the ball to you. And I always respected his ability to see the open court and get guys when they're open for open shots and lobs. Bigs are going to have, like I said, a field day playing with him because he's always going to find them. Because the pressure that he brings at the rim and the amount of defensive help that he brings when driving and getting into the paint, you're gonna have to commit to either Trae Young and help and stop his floaters, which he's really good at, or you're gonna have to help off of him and commit to letting the bigs get lobs all day, which is something he is great at in terms of pick and roll, picking defenses apart. Trae Young is going to have a big year with this team if he's able to get back to his old self and be healthy for this franchise. Now, as far as AD, you got to stay on the court. I think you have an opportunity to still compete and maybe potentially contend. Yes, do you guys have some young pieces? Yes, but you're the veteran for that team. Bring it all together. You have an experienced point guard who's had deep playoff runs in Trae Young. You two need to do whatever it needs to do. You two need to do to be the focal point of that team and lead them into title contention. Now, are you guys going to come off the bat year one and be a title contender? No. Could that happen? Maybe. But I think that's all depends on health and how that team gels. But I like the move for Washington, and what they're building over there is a recipe for success. You got a bunch of young pieces right now. You have some established stars with this team. Now it's about how else are you going to fill out the rest of the roster, and what are you guys plans for next season, and what are the expectations? Because you, on paper right now, you guys are a playoff team. So that should be the least of what you guys expect to do. Anything past that is icing on the cake. But having two players in Trae Young and AD, you kind of have to try to strive for something maybe more than the playoffs. Maybe get to the second round. Maybe an Eastern Conference appearance is shooting for the moons, but the moon. But we'll see what happens. Overall, I like the move. Washington is doing everything they need to do to show everyone they're trying to compete at a high level. I really applaud them for the moves they've been able to do recently, and it looks like they have a bright future. But let me know, what are you guys thinking? Do you like the move that Washington was able to pull off? Or are you happy to see AD end up in a situation playing with a point guard like Trae Young? What are your thoughts? Please let me know. Let's have some debate, some engagement. It is what it is. Y'all lock in.